What's up, guys? Now, today's video is very special because I'm going to help you solve one of the biggest problems in the fitness industry. I'm going to share with you some of my biggest insights and strategies for selling personal training. Now, I'm going to be very specific because the people for this video are going to be the trainers that are based in health clubs, private gyms, bigger gyms, commercial gyms. You see, right at the start of your career, you have one thing that we've all got in common. That's a passion. You love exercise for you. But what we've got to do is we've got to turn the passion that you have for you into helping other people. And that's where this problem breaks down. Not only have you never been taught how to take your passion and interest in the fitness industry and talk to other people about it so that it will inspire them to come on board and work with you, but you've never ever been taught how to actually take somebody through the sales process in a concise, clear, professional manner so that more people sign up for your coaching services. Now, one of my passions in the fitness industry is helping trainers deal with low self-confidence. And the thing that really ramps down self-confidence is when you keep getting told no, you keep getting told that you're too expensive. Your frustration builds over time to the point where you think you're just not good at what you do. The first thing I want to talk to you about is skills. Now, think about the first time that you tried to squat. Think about the first time you did a split squat. Think about the first time you tried to drive. All of these things in life are just skills. So I want to give you the first confidence booster of this video. That anything you can't do right now is simply a skill that you've got to master. The great Charles Poliquin, God rest his soul, said that to become a master, you have to master the basics. And I couldn't agree anymore. What you've got to do is learn the fundamental art of relationship building. I actually created a post recently about relationship building, the foundations of relationship building. And it was so popularly received, I thought, I've got to do a video about this. I've got to engage with you guys, tell you guys how you do this fundamental stage. And the connection you have between selling and how that frightens you, and relationship building and how that should excite you. I love people. I love having conversations with people. And I learned something very early on in my coaching career. That if I just enjoyed talking to people and really wanted to find out as much as I possibly could about them, I had a lot of friends in the gym. Just simply by being everybody's point of reference. Somebody that would see a smiley face when they walked in the gym and thought, I want to speak to that guy. And I learned this just out of trial and error because I am a likable person. Only when I make myself approachable to other people. And I came into the fitness industry and suddenly realized I found my passion. I loved being in a gym. I called it a sober nightclub. And so what I used to do every day when I was there, just everybody would see that I was enjoying being there rather than frustrated, rather than trying to sell or trying to push a product on somebody. And all I did before I got any formal coaching or training in sales was or studied it myself, was just started to be everybody's friend. I thought, I've got to make this process enjoyable. So I want to share this with you. The moment somebody walks in the gym and they look a little bit lost, or they're walking around the gym and they don't know what they're doing, the art to selling personal training is to just befriend them. Befriend them. All right? Simply go up to somebody, be bold, be confident, and just put your hand out and say, hey, my name's Mark. I'm one of the personal trainers here. If there's anything you'd like any help with while you're here, please just come and find me. Now, I still do that to this day. In gyms that I train at all over the place, I'll see somebody, I'll look for eye contact, and I'll just go, how are you? Now, if I stay in the gym long enough and engage with that person again, a conversation will strike up. I'm not trying to sell personal training. I'm just intrigued to get to know somebody who's either training well, something about what they're doing in the gym. I'm thinking, if I got to speak to them, I'd like to find out where they got their research from, why they're training in a particular way, who they've prepped with, if it's bodybuilders. So I engage with people still to this day and build connections and relationships. And funnily enough, people end up following me and engaging with me. And who knows, the people I talk to in the gym, they end up customers of mine. So the point that I'm going to make to you here is step one in selling personal training isn't actually selling personal training. It isn't going up to people and offering your free personal training services. Think of the coaching process as a conveyor belt. Along this conveyor belt, right at this point here, is where people don't know about you. And right here is where people will buy from you. And in between that, you've got to spend a good amount of time nurturing a relationship to the point where people go, do you know what? I've spoken to Mark 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 times, 6 times. A lot of the research points to 7 points of contact before somebody will actually invest in your product or service. So it's not going to happen on the first one, very rarely, unless somebody comes up and asks you for coaching. So stage 1 is relationship, just saying hi. Stage 2 is seeing that person next day or the week after and going up to them and saying, great to meet you the other day or the other week. How have things been? How's your training been? I didn't ask you when I first saw you, but how is your goal? How close are you to reaching your goal? What is your goal? That builds more communication. If you know they're going on a holiday, ask them about their holiday. If you saw them with their wife or you saw them with their husband or their children coming into the gym or health club, try and build up some level of rapport. That relationship process has built a connection between you and the other person. They come in the next time, they want to speak to you. They don't feel like you're going to sell. And what you've got to do on every point of contact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6, 7, you've got to find out something about them. You've got to make a note in your pad or on your phone. They drive a nice car. They've just been on holiday. They look like they don't know what they're doing in the gym, or they always train upper body, or they always train lower body. Find out a little bit about what makes them tick. What are their interests outside of the gym? What are they passionate about? And then while you're talking to them, try and find out what it is that they don't know, that if they did know more about, they'd be closer to their goal. And at the right point, this is where you can start to drive the connection and start to say to people, honestly, I've been speaking to you for a few weeks now. I've shown you some tips and tricks. I've given you something of high value in terms of some free dietary advice or a free program to try. But the real solution for you is to come on board with me. Why don't we get involved with some coaching? Why don't we sit down and go through the process? If you remove the whole idea of selling, if you got just clear that building relationship was the only thing you got to do in the gym, and every day in the first 3, 6, 12 months of being a coach, even 2 years if you've not been doing this to date, you just went in every day, trained your clients, and all the other times built relationships. But I'll tell you this big tip. If you're at the point of where you're saying, hey, how are you, every day, and you've not moved them along the conveyor belt, hey, how are you? Great to see you yesterday. You told me you were going out with the kids. Did you have a good day? How are you getting on with your training goal? Have you mastered your nutrition yet? I saw you doing split squats yesterday. They didn't look particularly comfortable. Can I give you a tip? You've got to move the relationship on. Think of this in dating terms. If you're single, when you go and meet somebody, hey doesn't get you anywhere. A wave doesn't get you anywhere, but a conversation builds connection. And once you've got connection and feel like you've got things in common, then it's a point where you ask for the date or vice versa. So at this point, most people when they go on a date are frightened of them saying no rather than seeing whether that person fits. Because there's no point asking somebody on a date just because you like the look of them if who they are and their personality isn't anything like you or you're not aligned in any given way. So remove, very similarly, there's a lot of dating experts that link selling and dating so closely, and your ability through this process to just build a relationship, see whether that person's the right fit for you. That's such an unbelievably valuable skill. Just see whether you want to train that person, whether or not they look like they're going to be hard work. And when you've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people in and around the gym who are all in there to get in better shape, It's perfect for you. It's a perfect opportunity for you to just keep bouncing between different people, building relationships up, a notepad of people that you're working on. And then at the right time, you are able to select the people that you want to bring in for a consultation. I don't want to overwhelm you by taking you through the whole sales process, because if I could give you this video today as a gift from me to you and say, go into the gym over the next week, 2 weeks, and practice that. Don't sell. Make a list of all these people, find out a little bit about them, and love being in the gym. Love talking to people, love building connections with people, love getting to know about people, their interests, share your interests with people, and work at that relationship. And do you know what's funny? If you do, over time, this relationship will actually naturally progress to the point where you feel even more comfortable to then propose the consultation. Now, after you've been through this process, there is a way to go. We've got the actual consultation. We've got actually how to get on the gym floor and show people how to do stuff better. The actual programs and diet plans that you can give away for free. We've got the consultation procedure to ensure that the consultation ends up at a point where you're able to propose a sale. And then when you hit the sale button, i.e. telling somebody what the price is, what your service is, it's a huge skill. If you get to master the contents of this video, you're really, really far along the process. But if you want the actual step-by-step route from meeting somebody for the first time right the way through to closing the deal, I created an online course, 5-stage sales, and it takes you through every single step from meeting somebody to adding value to delivering or proposing a consultation to the deliverability of a consultation to closing the deal. It's a 5-part process, and I will take you through the whole journey in video format. If you want to take what is possibly a weakness of yours at the moment and turn it into a strength so you have more clients, you have more people achieving better results, you're training the right type of customers for you, and you're increasing your income, then go to www.5stagesales.com or click the link in the bio, the feed below, and you go straight to the page. It's a solution for you, but if you choose right now to just go through the first part of this video and it works, and you want the rest of the piece of the puzzle, go to 5stagesales.com. Guys, I hope you found today's video helpful. As always, please share the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, and let other people in your industry who are struggling too have the advantage just like you have by watching today's video. Guys, take care, and I'll see you soon.